Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 6th of October. Auckland police have arrested one person and launched a homicide investigation after a man's death in New Lynn today. Officers were called around midday to a Kaponga Crescent address where an injured person died despite first responders' efforts. Acting Detective Inspector Simon Harrison says one person was taken into custody and they're seeking no one else. He says it appears to be an isolated incident. Agencies have laid out the immense strain on resources after the Whakaari White Island eruption. Opening statements are being heard on the second day of their coronial inquiry into the eruption, which killed 22 people and injured 25. They've acknowledged survivors, families and those who risked their life on the day. Health NZ Counsel Jonathan Coates says Middlemore Hospital's National Burn Centre was particularly pressured.
Following the eruption, the National Burn Centre did a week's work in a day, a month's work in a week, and half a year's work in about a quarter of the time.
The Greens say those fearing for the 3 Kiwis detained by Israel should direct concerns to elected officials. The trio were in a global flotilla intercepted by Israel last week, trying to deliver aid to Gaza. MFAT's received high volumes of calls and emails from the public. Green co-leader Chloe Swarbrick says MFAT's doing the best it can.
It is our elected officials that are making decisions in terms of how we represent ourselves as a country and the action that we undertake or do not.
An Auckland bus driver behind the wheel when an 83-year-old pedestrian was fatally hit in Onehunga 2 months ago has been charged by police. The 30-year-old's charged with carelessly operating a vehicle causing death. The driver is yet to enter a plea. Health New Zealand's been criticised over a 3-year-old's death after being taken to a rural ED with a fever and vomiting in 2022. Open Justice reports the boy's condition was triaged as immediately life-threatening or time-critical. Danica McLean has more.
Health and Disability Commissioner Rose Wall found Health New Zealand failed to ensure it had staff with sufficient paediatric experience or to ensure adequate systems and processes. She says it meant the child didn't get reasonable care. Health New Zealand has revised its staffing in acute zones and paediatrics and no longer rosters sole registered nurses to work night duties.
The Privacy Commissioner believes we need more social media regulations to protect young people. Parliament's hearing feedback on an inquiry into harm faced online after calls from the ACT Party. The government's meanwhile looking at a social media ban for under-16s, which ACT's previously called unworkable. Commissioner Michael Webster wants more work on age verification.
It's the digital world where data is retained that we need the ability to prove identification, if necessary, in a way that is least privacy intrusive as possible.
To sport, and Kiwi NASCAR driver Shane van Gisbergen is delighted with his risky call to leave supercars to chase glory in America, saying he's loving his racing more than ever. Australian Rugby League coach Kevy Walters has defended his call to select 2 players linked to the R360 Rebel rugby competition, saying he's in the now, not worried about the future. Black Caps coach Rob Walters is adamant Kane Williamson will play for New Zealand this summer. They're just finalising precise details of when and where. And that is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.